Hey guys, this is Sean with Integrity Ranch. I just moved these cows here. Moved them to a new paddock. They've only been here a couple days. So I wanted to give you guys a little update on the plan here. It's still dry around here. We did get 1 5/8 inches of rain in the last 2.5 weeks. But, we're having 100-degree days. Today's been cloudy and beautiful. It's still morning time, so that helps. But it's still hot, and that rain it's not going to save us. It's going to help, but it's not enough to change the outcome drastically. So we're still coming up with ideas and plans, and the plan now, we sold some pairs, and that lightened the load a lot, but now we've got to do more. And you got to be proactive and not reactive. And I don't want to come up with a plan when I'm out of grass. And so we are going to be shipping some heifers to Arkansas to be custom grazed. That is the new plan. If you failed to plan, you plan to fail. I don't know who said that quote, but it's couldn't be any truer in a ranching set when it's dry like this. If you're not planning, you're planning to fail. We've grown, I would say, probably 3/8 of the grass that we normally would grow in a year. And so if you're not planning, if you're not coming up with ideas, something different than normal, something different than your neighbors are doing, you're planning to fail. It's pretty simple. Everyone around is either feeding hay or doing complete herd sellouts. And it's a lack of management, it's a lack of rotational grazing, and it's a lack of planning. The people selling their whole herd, they didn't start selling early enough. They kept every cow until they were just completely out of grass, and then they hauled every cow to the sale barn and did a complete herd sellout. And when you do that, when you do a complete herd sellout, when everyone else is doing it, when you and all your neighbors are doing it, the price is not going to be good. Our local sale barn had a special cow sale this last weekend, and I was going to haul some cows there for a friend of mine. And it's on Saturday night, and I was going to load his cows Friday night and haul them up there. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to call the sale barn, make sure there's someone there that can unload me. It was getting late on Friday night. So I called up there and they said, turn around. We don't have a single crell open to put your cows in, They were completely booked out. And so when you sell on days like that, it's not going to be too pretty. So have a plan and act upon the plan, and you won't end up in that circumstance, So we sold off our Corriente cows because, man, I love those Corrientes, but when hay's $100 a bale and you have to pay to have something custom grazed, they don't hold enough value in my mind to feed them that hay and pay to have someone custom graze them. They're an awesome cow, but the value is just not as high as it is on these. That black one there is a half South Pole, half Faro Angus. The rest of these are 3/4 to purebloods. And then we're going to pull a bunch of heifers out of the cow herd. That'll be half South Pole. And so, it pencils out if the cows have any value to get them custom grazed. If you can find somewhere to do it and work all that out. So to us, to get these girls custom grazed, it makes sense. It's a plan, and it's going to save us a whole bunch of hay. We won't have to buy too much of that $100 a bale hay that's just going to add up like crazy. And, you got to have a plan, and you got to leave a little bit of your pasture. You can't be eating your seed corn. You got to leave a little bit of litter and a little bit behind if you want to grow any more grass when you do get some rain. For every For every % of soil organic matter you have, your soil will retain, for every %, it'll retain 20,000 gallons of water per acre. And in 1 acre inch of water, there's 27,000 gallons of water. In 1 acre, if you take an acre and fill it, 1 inch with water, there's 27,000 gallons. And if you have 1% of soil organic matter, your soil will retain 20,000 gallons. So, when you start to understand stuff like that, you really can't be grazing your pastures too low. And it's way easier said than done, because I do it. I kick myself in the butt every day, and I tell I'm trying to do better, trying not to graze so low, trying to leave some litter behind. But it really is easier said than done. But it's huge. You got to leave some of that litter. You can't be eating your seed corn. If you want to be in the grazing business. If you're in the feed and hay and grain business, then I guess, it's all right. You can do that. You can go to the coffee shop and complain why you don't have any grass, but you're in control at the end of the day, guys. You can't control the weather, but you can control how you manage. And you're in control of management. You can't control the rain, but you can control how much of the rain your soil holds. So I just wanted to keep people on their toes, keep them thinking. Don't stick your head in the sand and just, wait till the last minute to do anything. You got to come up with a plan, and you got to act upon that plan before, the people around you do. If everyone decides to sell their cows on the same weekend, you're going to flood the market. These people that were taking their cows to the sale barn, they should have took half their cows to the sale barn a month and a half ago, when things were as bad as they've been. But they waited until they were just absolutely out of every drop of grass around. And what if, you would have got 5 inches of rain, it would have washed off, and you still wouldn't have grown that much hay or grass. You'd have been feeding hay come October. So selling some cows is not a bad thing. We sold some cows, and now we have an opportunity to custom graze these heifers. The genetics on these heifers are worth paying for. And so we're going to custom graze them. But we have a plan. That's, it really doesn't matter what you do, just have a plan. And, do the numbers, make sure the plan's going to pencil out. But you got to have a plan, guys. The people that lose money, the people that panic and sell right at the last, they do that because they don't have a plan. They don't know what they're doing. And so management and a plan goes a long ways. Like I said, I'm trying to sound more positive than anything else and just keep people thinking. Don't just bury your head in the sand and hope something changes, because you're in control. And so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up if you would, and subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate it, and you guys have a great day.